Action.
Sure.
Welcome to Mind Hops. There we go.
Quiet.
With great beer and even better conversations.
It's not turning up.
Questionable.
To Mind Hops.
It's not?
The podcast
Oh, no.
jokes and you can shake an angry fist.
That's really odd.
We gotta be quiet.
That's the level we need.
Be quiet for once. It's one of those bags again.
Of course.
It's a new problem.
Broadcasting around the world from Ocala, Florida. Here are your hosts, Trenton Summers and Jack Brennan.
Whoa, dude!
Awesome. Welcome to another episode of Mind Hops. I was trying to do, you know how The Rock does the eyebrow thing?
Yeah.
I was trying to do it with my other eyebrow. I can do it with one eyebrow, but there's it's impossible for me to do it with the other eyebrow.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do it with either one. So.
Yeah.
It's just whether you can do it with one.
Yeah, I can do
Not-
it with one, but I can't do it with both.
Try the other one. Let me see.
I have been, and it just defaults to the other
Just
one. I feel
defaults.
retarded. Yeah. I was like, what's wrong with my...
Dude, it doesn't go as high.
No.
It doesn't at all.
No, I can't even... I was trying to do the other eyebrow.
Did you have like a mini stroke in your
I
eyebrows?
think so, yeah. Mini stroke, for sure. Man.
Well,
Are you turning the right? Okay.
yeah. I've tried. I've exhausted all the options here. I guess we're just gonna have background music for the entire episode.
I think it stops at like a couple minutes.
Okay.
We're going to definitely have some background music. And this might be the ticket. This might be what we need to put us over the edge.
Yeah,
We need
really.
this will hit us in the algorithm.
I say we start off with the chug.
Start off with chug. All right.
So,
All right. I'll do. I'm not going to start with a platinum chug.
okay.
We'll just, oh shit! It ended. You know what? Fuck it. With
Oh,
that,
whoa,
You
this guy.
sounded disappointed. So
I was just surprised because we talked about it, and then you said you were gonna do it.
yeah. All right. 8%.
And you know you're usually about it, dude. So
I am about it. I just drank like a few of these earlier today. My stomach's a little
yeah, it's already bubbly.
bubbly, but I might as
You're
well
gonna
just go
start
for
floating
it.
like Charlie and the Chocolate
Yeah.
Factory.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. Both of them. They're both good.
I haven't seen the
newer one.
newer one.
You
Yeah.
haven't seen the one with the
No.
Johnny Depp?
I haven't.
What about the one that came out last year?
Wait, what?
I
There's
made that up.
Okay, I was gonna say I was gonna fucking believe you, dude.
No, they're both good.
Yeah.
Obviously, the visuals are better for the Johnny Depp one.
Yeah.
And everyone's always like, "Oh, well, the original is the best." Everyone always says that.
Yeah,
It looks like water.
it does, bro.
It looks like
Straight
water.
water. This is not water.
But I like both movies because they just go to show like how like bunch of shitheads kids can be.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, I always
Spoiled.
wanted kids, and then in like the last year here, I've kind of come to almost the conclusion where I don't
You don't.
want kids
Yeah.
anymore.
Do you think kids have become more spoiled?
I do. I
then-
think kids are worse now
Yeah.
because I think
They're more
I hate to
entitled.
be a fucking old man. I really do.
Yeah,
But
I am.
I'm gonna be 24 this month, so I guess I have to be an old man at some point.
Okay, true.
But
true.
I think it's social media and like
Yeah.
all their electronics that they have, dude. I really truly think it is.
I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like,
just
I
feel like
know-
they get more stuff. And that sounds weird to say.
Well, it's not
but
even more stuff. It's just easier to supply them.
that's
with
what I mean.
more
like,
entertaining stuff.
Yes.
Like-
yes.
Like back then, you know, you and I we get a game console.
That was a
and
big deal.
It
Yeah.
was a huge deal.
Yeah, it was like
And
we
we get a
usually
game
had
with
to
it,
go
maybe.
in with like my brother for Christmas or something. Like we both went in. That was both our gifts.
How-
that kind of stuff.
How long is a game gonna last you? You know,
Yeah.
maybe 60 hours maximum.
yeah,
That's
but
being very
but
generous.
You played the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Even after you beat it, you're like, "Oh, this is my game."
Exactly.
Like Sonic, I'd played the shit. I played that game so many times.
But
you
now,
know?
but now you hand a kid an iPad or an iPhone,
Yeah,
and
with-
that's infinite,
yeah,
legitimately infinite.
and then they beat it, and they're like, well, "I want another game." You
well,
know,
no,
like,
they don't.
what's
They
next?
don't. They don't beat an iPad. They make
No, but I'm saying
TikToks,
you get them
they-
an app on there and a game, and if you get them like a game app, then it's like
Mhm.
and they're-
well, even if you don't,
they're
they can just go on
charging $1 million in V bucks on your
for,
damn account.
for fucking $3 to get rid of ads. Fuck you.
yeah. I don't want to wait for the ad.
But no, seriously, like you can go online and you have infinite, you know,
Yeah.
material there to do whatever. And I'm not dissing the future at all, but I am
Yeah.
saying like I think kids are
makes
worse for
kids-
it now.
Yeah, especially their attention spans.
Absolutely,
My attention span sucks now.
Dude,
Yeah, dude. Ever since I downloaded fucking TikTok, man.
I don't go on TikTok. Ever.
Good. Don't.
iFunny.
don't.
iFunny's bad though too.
I had iFunny when I was younger, And now I've done both, and I will say iFunny isn't. I don't know. It's like marijuana, and TikTok is like crack cocaine. It's like gateway. It's not nearly on the same level as TikTok.
I believe that because TikTok is built that way to make you scroll to the next one. And I hear lately they have like dual videos where like one of them's a video you're watching, and the bottom is like squishy, like slime.
Yeah,
and shit.
what I was wondering about that. I feel like I thought the reason they did that was like for copyright reasons. Like if they have another video, it gets through the algorithm or something. But is it some sort of that's like a thing? Like
I don't
people
know.
are stimulated by the. So I always ignore like the other one because it's usually like about something, and then they have some random video, like you said, like ASMR, not ASMR, but like some.
I thought it was for stimulation because
cooking
like
or something like
people
that.
can't even focus on a 30-second video anymore, dude. Hey, what's going on, Paul?
I mean,
Paul's gonna like this topic. I'll say that right now.
Yeah. But no, I feel like iFunny is definitely not on the same level.
I don't think so. iFunny is obviously more antiquated compared to TikTok.
Yeah,
like,
but it definitely was like
came out in like the 2000s.
Definitely more of like the OG version of it. Obviously,
where it's swipe. TikTok's just vertical.
It reminds me of like you ever like you're playing with the boys, you know, you're playing a game, and you're like maybe you're off the next day or something. It reminds me of like when I was in school still, and I didn't work like I do now. But you're like, all right, let's play one more game. And then that one more game, it's like it turns into like
40.
50. Yeah, that's what TikTok's like. All right, I'll watch one more video, and then you just fucking.
But then it's like
going.
You know, you're actually spending quality time with people at that point. You're talking to your friends. But I think online time with your friends is still friends. I know what you're saying, and I agree.
You have that in your mind where you're just like, okay, just one more. Just one more.
But a game,
and then you can't stop.
If you play a game of Call of Duty, though, it turns into like 3 or 4 more. You look at more TikToks, it turns into like 60 more. You just keep it's 3 seconds.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's it. You have that stimulation in your brain where you're just telling yourself, oh, I'll just do one more, one more. But it never stops.
But my thing is, I think it's easier to break that since like Call of Duty games last like 10 to 15 minutes. And then TikToks last like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
you just keep going.
Not directly. I'm just comparing them in the sense of that, where it's like, you know, your brain just tells you, just one more, just one more, just one more, and then you fucking lose sleep over it.
Yeah,
because like obviously looking at a screen isn't good either for like trying to sleep at night or whatever.
No, it's not. It'll keep you up for like an extra hour too.
And I find myself, I'm like, man, this is not good.
What do you think is like the most toxic social media platform? I don't have Twitter.
I don't really,
everything I see about Twitter is like just so bad.
I think so I'm on Facebook. I don't ever really check my Facebook. And I was just thinking about that the other day.
Checked Facebook in probably 8 years.
I use it to socialize with like family and friends, like keep in touch through Messenger and stuff like that. But I don't find myself getting on there to scroll or anything. Mm-hmm. Like I'm streaming our show to Facebook right now, just because it's another platform we can stream and I just thought it'd be fun tonight.
Because we can.
I don't normally do it, but I reconnected it to our stream. But yeah, because we can. And so I don't participate in a lot of them. Like you said, Twitter seems to be very toxic. We do have a Twitter, but I'm like my top's Twitter. I don't have a personal one, but I don't think I've been on it since I made it. But I don't even really understand what Twitter is. It's just like
just really small posts
basically.
Yeah, man. It's nothing.
So then I think a lot of kids talk about like, I don't even know if this is accurate anymore, but like Instagram is the platform that everyone's like uses, right? Like younger people.
Get on Instagram. I think TikTok's the younger people one now. Absolutely.
But TikTok doesn't have like the same. Isn't like set up the same as like Instagram, where it's like a more social. But I'm saying like a more social platform where you put your pictures up and then it's like, oh,
you can actually like directly interact with people.
That.
Unlike TikTok, where if you're looking at a TikTok, they probably have like 1 million followers, and your comments just gonna slip through the cracks. Is that what you mean?
I mean that, and then also like a more like, hey, bro, check out my IG, you know, or like I'll drop you a DM, you know, like there's more interaction, between people.
You can DM people on TikTok, but I just think the creators on there that you see are more oftentimes bigger.
But I also feel like it's more of like entertainment platform where they're making videos for entertainment, whereas
Instagram is like this guy, you should follow him,
and it's like, hey, this is me with the bros, the boys, you know, like more personal.
Yeah, and TikTok's like, social. This person's really popular, you might like them instead.
Yeah, or TikTok's like, hey, you hear about the corn? The greatest corn. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Dude, viral videos lifespans are like nothing now.
Really? You think they've gotten shorter? They have to, I imagine, because there's so much now every day.
Like think about Charlie Bit Me Finger. That was like the first viral video. I mean, that's a big thing today, even still, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
longer
now
lives.
TikTok, something gets 1 million views and it's viral for about 6 hours, and then it becomes a trend for about 2 days.
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
Disappeared.
Never heard from again. And then there's a new one.
Wild. Yeah.
It's so insane, man.
It goes with what we were saying about like people having shorter attention spans.
Yeah.
That everything is shortened,
I think it's easier to kind of like make your way on social media now because of that.
You think so?
Because if you can keep up with the trends and you just post like the new trend every day,
I feel
you're gonna get views from it.
But I feel like that makes it more difficult because then you have to be
because it's more saturated.
Then even if you do become viral, like say you break through, which is really hard to. I mean, it's easy if you.
It's not as hard as it used to be, I don't think.
But I think it is because it's so saturated. There's so much shit out there that's harder for people to find you because there's just so much. You know what I mean? But even let's say you break the mold and you make a corn video and like then it's like before I feel like you went viral, that was like a fucking like a jumping like a huge rocket ship, to get you somewhere. Now it's like you said, you're relevant for 2 days, and then like if you don't do something in that 2 days to grab people, then you're
what I'm saying is if you can keep up with trends up there though, now you stay relevant.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like it's harder just because there's so much more shit out there. Even if you keep up with trends, you got all the other people keeping up with trends.
Yeah, we're gonna disagree on this one.
It seems like a nightmare.
I think it's easier to get more views. I don't think it's easier to be seen, but I think it's easier to get more views now, like the number wise.
Yeah.
I think it's a piece of cake. And
but consistently,
if you're doing a trend and someone likes like a video of that trend, TikTok's gonna bring up 4 more of that fucking trend from different creators.
But can you be successful doing that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, TikTok doesn't pay very well, I don't think. I don't know for a fact. I'm not on TikTok, like I said.
Yeah. I just watch videos. I posted a few things on our TikTok, but
they've done pretty well too, surprisingly. I mean, but that's exactly like the market saturation that we're just talking about right there. We're just we're playing ourselves right
It's almost like everyone can be a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like you just got to figure out how to capitalize on it.
Just like the outfield.
I love that song, bro. Don't come after the outfield. That's a fucking amazing song.
Come around, talk.
All right, we gotta chug this. This is fucking. I don't know why.
I love that song too, man.
Dude, that song's amazing.
It is.
I love that song.
They're deserving of the.
They are. This is for the outfield, for your love.
All right, you ready? Down.
Yep. This is water.
Tap the table.
Okay. Yeah. Bro, this burns.
I know. You chose a seltzer, man. You kind of baffled me with that.
I didn't straight chug it though.
Anybody who doesn't drink, if you ever start drinking, chugging or shotgunning seltzers is just torture. It's not a good time. I saw Badland chug a 2 liter of Coke one time, and
that man's not human.
He's not.
He chugs a lot of Mountain Dew.
I mean, he's been beaten before in speed, but like just like sheer amounts of things that he drinks, I don't think he could be beaten. Like I don't think anybody could beat that man in a 2 liter Coke chug.
I kind of worry about him a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm not like connected personally with the guy, but he's a big dude,
He is.
And the amount, and I'm not one of those people that I should think about what I consume as far as like sugars and sodas and stuff, but I don't.
Start counting your calories.
Well, not so much calories, just like sugar intake and like diabetes and stuff like that. Because I've got like some of my family on my dad's side has been known to have diabetes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you look at a man like that who's like pretty overweight. Let's just be honest. He's big guy.
He's a big dude. He's like 300 and something pounds.
Yeah. Like seeing him chug like a gallon of Mountain Dew or something. Bro. I'm like, oh my God, this can't be good, bro.
No, there's no way that's okay for you. Like you're gonna get hurt. Will Ferrell from Elf could beat him, says Paul. Will Ferrell could smoke
syrup.
Anybody?
Syrup?
No, he chugs a Coke 2 liter in the movie.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
So I've seen,
but it's obviously like CG. Have you seen Beer Fest?
I think we talked about it before.
Have you seen it though?
I have, but it's It's like a distant memory.
Yeah,
I
I
would
love
have to
the-
refresh my brain.
In the end of it, there's this really big chug. It's a big 2-liter chug,
Yeah.
and the beer is CGI'd because nobody can drink that much beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or at least the actor couldn't. But the beer is so CGI.
It's so funny. It reminds me of there's a show called Shameless. I don't know if you've heard of
Shameless.
it.
Everyone's heard of fucking Shameless.
I've seen a decent amount of it. I haven't seen it all, but there was a clip fairly recently I've seen. Excuse me. I'm still bringing up the
Not
seltzer.
excused.
Where they're like smoking at this table, and it's like clearly you can see the smoke is CGI.
Yeah.
It's really weird. But then people are like commenting like because almost every character in that show like smokes nonstop, and they're like,
Yeah.
they probably CGI'd it because they're doing so many takes and they probably don't want them smoking.
They don't want to
like,
smoke 18 fucking cigarettes
packs a day. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I didn't
Yeah.
really think about it.
They do that. They do that for
and
food too, where people like they have a spit bucket next to them.
Oh,
and
really?
They'll just spit it between takes and take
That's
another
so
bite.
weird. It's kind of gross. Do you think about it? Can you imagine that?
No, I don't think that's that gross.
Spitting your food into
There's,
a bucket right
dude,
next to you. I think
there's
that's
actually-
disgusting.
There's a very funny video. So my
You
dad,
say it like you do it.
my dad and Jason,
Spit bucket.
you remember Jason
Yeah,
from our Halloween
yeah.
episode last
Yeah.
year. We're getting close to that.
We
again.
are. Yeah.
They tried to make like a TV show at one point.
Yeah.
Kung Pao Boom, I think is what they called it. It was going to be like a deli kind of place.
Mhm.
They wrote a script. They actually filmed an episode of it and tried to sell it.
Nice.
But me and Blade were on there as extras one time,
Yeah.
and like Blade's in the background stealing the fucking show because they had like this hours old sandwich.
Yeah.
Like
God.
it had been sitting there for probably 5 hours.
Yeah.
And Blade is just
Oh my
going
gosh.
in on this in the back. He's like,
Uh,
he is going in on this
Yeah.
fucking sandwich, bro.
Oh, yeah,
and he just
commitment.
completely steals the show. I had my back to the camera, so I couldn't even fucking like try. But
Did you
they,
get
they,
sick?
they were literally up there doing like lines, and
Yeah,
Blade's just
like-
like,
like-
10 feet in the background.
wait. Like
going
cocaine?
ham.
They
No,
were-
no.
I was
Like script
man.
lines.
I was like, man, this sounds like
You
a
son of a
party.
bitch. No, the show never went anywhere. Sadly, they tried to
Oh.
sell it, but
Man,
I just vividly remember the background. Of
that's funny.
it was me and Blade like having a
Do they
conversation.
still have that like on video somewhere?
It's somewhere.
Recorded?
I'm
Yeah.
sure I could find it. I could track it down.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
but
I love it.
yeah, they do spit buckets for takes and shit. Like
I've
that.
heard of that. I still think it's disgusting.
Speaking of movies, man, I have a really fun topic I want to chat about real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think video game movies are getting better? I
Hmm.
absolutely 100% do. Anime
I'm
movies,
trying to think
however,
about-
anime movies are bad.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because what was the last video game movie you've seen?
I literally when I got here, we talked about it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I watched
we did talk
Uncharted,
about
man.
that. Yeah.
I've never played Uncharted,
Mhm.
so I'm not like this isn't coming from the view of a hardcore
Yeah.
fan or anything. But I actually enjoyed the movie. It was goofy.
you?
There were parts of it where I was like, that's too coincidental,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
So I haven't seen the movie yet, and I might check it out after this. I
Mhm.
played some of the games, and it's I don't even know what I would consider the story because I don't remember it, but it does kind of seem like the vibe of like Indiana Jones or like
Yeah.
Tomb Raider or something.
It's-
It's like a male Tomb Raider,
So
I think.
Indiana Jones is goofy,
Yeah.
and I would say this is a little bit past that.
Okay.
I would say.
Gotcha.
There's less seriousness in it for
But
sure.
I would think of I haven't seen the movie. I played at least one of the games.
Yeah.
But I feel like the genre, like the whole game itself, lends itself. I imagine it would lend itself pretty well to a movie because it's almost like if I didn't know that there was a game,
Well, there's
it
a lot
would
of quick time events in it, right?
yeah. But I'm saying like it's like a dude who's like it's almost like a game that is built as if it's a blockbuster movie because in the
Yes.
game you're just doing like quick time
Quick time
events,
events.
but they're like crazy, ridiculous stuff you'd see in movies where it's like you're grabbing onto like buildings as they collapse and doing like really cinematic shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, even playing the games, I'm like, this kind of feels like it's a movie turned into a game, if
Yes.
that makes sense. It's kind of weird, but I feel like it lends itself really well to a movie to the point whereas if I didn't know it was a game, I probably wouldn't even think like even after you told me that, like I've seen the trailers and stuff, and I'm like, I didn't
I recommend
compute
you
that
watch
it was a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Uncharted lends itself really well to being converged into a movie
yeah.
or transferred. I don't fucking remember what word am I talking about, but made into a movie. But here's my next example: Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic
see
did extremely well. Something like Sonic,
Right.
that is so hard to translate.
Yes.
Translate
yeah.
to a movie.
I was gonna
But
say
it did so well. I saw the first one. It's fun. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah. So that's on Netflix, or no, it's on Amazon Prime now.
Fuck.
I started to
Free on
watch it.
Prime?
Yes.
Oh shit! I know what I'm doing tonight.
I started watching it. I gotta read. I'm gonna sit
The
through
second
it.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just saw it. I just saw it was on there the other day, and I started to play it, and I went to sleep. But not because it was bad or anything, but I was just
But
I
you're
was tired.
tired.
Yeah. And I'm old, so that's what I
Yeah,
do a
we
lot.
don't- for the
I
eighth time,
started-
people, we don't do this for a living.
Yeah.
we have other jobs.
So, but that's a good comparison. So, like, you have Uncharted, which is like almost like Indiana Jones. Like the character is like Lara Croft and Indiana Jones. Like they
The
obviously
Tomb Raider games would probably be really good for a movie, honestly. Did Tomb Raider start as a game or a movie?
Are
It
you
was a game
joking?
first, right?
You know they made movies off that, right?
I know, but they weren't
Yeah.
good.
No, they actually started as I think it's comic books.
Really?
Believe it or not,
Okay.
yeah. Which is weird because I always thought it was from video games
I
when I was
thought
a
a game
kid.
was the first, yeah.
But my brother, the only reason I know this is because my brother collected Tomb Raider
Quick-
comics.
Quick segue off that real quick. Do you know where Pirates of the Caribbean started?
Disney ride.
The ride, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? The
Yeah.
ride was first. The
Yeah.
ride came out in like 60.
That is wild.
69, I think. I think it came out when the park opened.
Nice.
And then they made movies out of it. And now they're the only fucking movies for
Yeah.
pirates, which makes me upset.
But that's a good comparison. Like Sonic is something that's like so video gamey. Like you can't like translating that to a movie is much more difficult because
The,
it's like
the fact that it's happened successfully is proof that you can almost translate
Right.
anything.
whereas
into
with
a
like
movie.
Uncharted, it's like all the elements are like something that's very real worldy. Like you have like a architect and shit like that.
Feminism for the win. Let's
Yeah. Those
go.
movies weren't bad. Angelina Jolie. I
They were
watched-
making a new one, aren't they?
probably
I think so. I
don't
never
know.
saw
I'm not sure.
the Angelina Jolie ones, honestly, though. I
they're
tried.
not bad. They're pretty good. I watched them when I was a kid, and this is around the era when Tomb Raider was huge, and it was like playing the games on the PlayStation. My brother was like the biggest.
The old like pixely ones with like the triangular boobs.
yeah. My brother was the biggest Tomb Raider fan. And
Have you played the newer ones?
I haven't played the most new ones, I think, but I have played some of the newer-ish ones.
The trilogy, the new trilogy.
I think I
of the
might have
Tomb
played the
Raider.
first one of
Dude,
the trilogy.
They're all three so much fun. I love
Yeah,
them.
I played whatever I think when it first rebooted, and it had like the trailer where she's like hanging upside down and just like more gritty. And
Square Enix, I have no faith in them anymore, but they did really good on these games.
yeah, I played that one. That was pretty cool. That first scene where you're sliding down something and you get fucking impaled and you're like
Yeah.
in a cave. That's really cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I feel like Sonic is something that's a video game movie to me. Uncharted technically is a video game to a movie,
Wreck-It Ralph
but
was good.
it's
too.
hard for me to say it's like a video game movie because it's not video game enough.
Which one?
Enough.
Which one?
Uncharted. Just
Okay.
because it's like
I see what you're saying.
It's very-
And I can meet you in the middle on that one there.
it's like
I agree.
like turning like a Call of Duty or something into a movie.
Yeah.
It's a game, but it's a game about military stuff. It's very grounded in real life already. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whereas like Sonic is like, there's no way you're gonna be able to just be like, oh, hedgehog.
No, they had to do some work on that.
Yes,
they had to put some
100%.
thought into it.
Mortal
Like,
Kombat, and then I would say Mortal Kombat is like
Mortal Kombat was fun. It
I-
was
I
it was
enjoyed
not
it,
a good
but-
movie.
I enjoy it, but I'm saying like that. I see that as more of like I see that, and I'm like, that's a video game movie. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly it's not
Yeah.
a good movie, but it was a
It's-
great
it's-
watch.
You can't just easily translate. You got to do some stuff.
Paul just brought up board games to movies. Jumanji.
Yeah. Well, and so
Did Jumanji start as a board game or a movie?
I don't know. I feel like it probably was a movie that they turned into, but I'm not sure.
I feel like it was a movie first.
So a good comparison would be like comic book movies, right? So when I'm trying to compare like Uncharted as a video game movie, I would say,
Oh, it's from a book. They originate book from a
okay,
book.
that makes sense.
1981.
That makes a lot of sense. So like I've talked about this before, but like Blade, the movie Blade,
Yeah. Which I haven't seen.
it's fantastic. The first Blade is great. And
Wesley
honestly,
Snipes, right?
honestly, I'd say all three of them are worth watching and good. I still think probably the first one's the best, and Trinity starts to fall off a bit. It's probably the weakest of them, even though it has Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel in it. They're all right.
I know Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hannibal King. But the first Blade, like I didn't probably know until fairly recent, not super recently, that was a comic book movie or a comic book character. Like it's such a good like horror action flick that I had no idea growing
You
up
just
as a
thought it was a
kid.
movie.
I just thought it was a movie about vampires and a vampire hunter. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is fucking amazing.
Which is how it should feel.
Well,
Nowadays,
I think
though,
so.
you can't approach anything without finding something on it beforehand, though.
But
That's
what
like we were talking about with the social media earlier. Like,
Right,
you cannot approach anything blind.
But I'm
anymore,
saying,
unfortunately.
like, I feel like maybe it was just the way they filmed it and everything. They didn't throw it in your face. That there was nothing like over the top, like comic booky about the movie. It was very like a vampire, and I love vampire movies and stuff. I had no idea. But I'm trying to compare like Blade to like say like Uncharted, or like if they made like a Call of Duty movie where it's like a easy translation. Although vampires,
I feel like it's an easier translation than Sonic. Still, maybe not Uncharted. Uncharted is really easy to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like Blade is like the way it was done was very like I had no idea. It was camouflage as I wouldn't call it a comic book movie, but it is technically.
Yeah.
But you compare that to like I don't know, like Avengers or something, and it's like Avengers is like blatantly a comic book movie. You know, it's like these characters are bigger than life. It's like you get the whole fucking green dude, and there's like shit like blowing the whole.
Are you trying to segue here?
No. I'm
because
not.
I have some topics. About
I'm
the
not,
Hulk.
but if it works, it works. But what I'm saying is I'm comparing it in the same way that like Blade was like a comic book movie, but no, not really. You know, but then you have some comic books that are like very obviously it's going to be difficult to if you want to make it
if you want to bring it to another medium.
Stupidly, yeah, like in your face comic book.
Yeah.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like that's based off comic, you know.
I love those movies though.
Those movies are great, but even still like those,
I love the old one.
I don't even know if I would.
I love the costumes. I love everything about all of them.
But like if we compare that to Sonic, like humanoid turtle ninjas, like that's hard to just be like, you know, try to make it not what it is. But those movies are fantastic. And I'm not saying like you have to make it real. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like
there's some things that have to be changed in order to bring it to a broader audience in a movie. In my
right.
opinion.
But there's some things you can't hide that like that's a video game movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Agreed.
When in some movies like Uncharted would be like, you could show a lot of people that movie probably. And if they wouldn't be like, oh, it's based off of this is very video gamey.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, that's
watch
a video game,
and they'd be like, this might be a Netflix original.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then
it's not. But
it's
see what I'm saying.
I think it's kind of a nice thing to watch like maybe a comic book movie or a video game movie. And this is my opinion. I appreciate video games and comic books, but I like a medium that you can watch it and then not know where it came from. Like Jumanji, we didn't know it was based off a book. And it's like a nice surprise. You're like, holy shit, I didn't know this was based off a book. I thought it was based off of a board game.
Or the movie or the board game based off
or whatever.
The movie,
yeah, like it's cool. Like Tomb Raider, like it was based off of, I'm pretty sure it was based off a comic. I'm almost positive. I'm like 99%.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
I would take a shot of Three Howls. That's how confident I am.
All right, let's look it up. Then.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the video game was first, just because I want to see you take 3 Howls now.
Oh my, that was just a point of how confident I am. I wasn't planning on you actually taking taking me up on that offer, but I still feel good. I still feel good about it. It's definitely I'm not going to be taking no shots today.
It originated with an action adventure video game series.
No, it didn't.
What was Tomb Raider based on? This is really hard to find, actually. Now I don't know. Who was like the guy in the 80s to be like, it was a game.
No shot.
1994 at Core Design, a British game development studio.
Wait.
Let's see.
It says it started the series debuted in video games in 1996.
It said 94 for me.
Oh, okay, this is
maybe that was when they started development. And then
Tomb Raider has had many games starting from the series debut in 1996. Hey, but this website is just saying it's when the game started. So 1996.
The original series of comics for Tomb Raider were released in 1999.
Oh, shot.
So it was a game first.
God. All right, get the bottle.
I'll give you. Do you want Everclear Diamond? I'm not going to give you 3 Howls.
I'll take 3.
I'm not going to make you do it.
I'll take whichever of the two. I don't care.
Right,
damn, dude. I can't believe I was wrong about that. Tomb Raider known for loyalty from 2001.
Man, I feel really bad for you right now.
I feel bad too. I feel like my whole life's been a lie. I could have swore I've looked this up before, like a long time ago. The concept of Tomb Raider originated in 1994 at Core Design, a British game development studio. She's definitely based off of Indiana Jones, though. I know that. I've read that. I'm not taking it. I'm not.
I think she's a female Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Oof, man.
Damn, dude, I got you on something.
I can't
I
believe
didn't
it
even
too.
mean
I was
to.
actually very confident in that because, like I said, I could have swore I mean, my brother's definitely bigger Tomb Raider fan than me, but that's why I thought I knew a lot more about that. Okay. Well.
You're so upset right now.
No, I'm not upset. I'm questioning things right now.
Dude. So you brought up Hulk for a second.
Yeah,
Have you heard anything about the show?
yeah. She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Not really. No.
Dude. Okay.
What's going on? Is there like some LGB type stuff going on?
No.
there? Okay.
You know I would complain about that if there was. So I have
Castlevania
not
is
watched
good.
it myself personally.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that after I'm done with this topic right here, Paul, because I love that movie.
Detective Pikachu?
I fucking love that movie.
I love Castlevania,
Anyways,
but
so
the show was
with She-Hulk and everything, some people are complaining they made Hulk seem really weak, which they did, but then
Okay.
they showed that he can be stronger if he really wants
did
to.
I
Like-
have seen some stuff about people saying he got nerfed or
Well,
something.
he's like fueled by anger, is what people are saying. Whatever.
Which I think is true to the lore.
Fair.
From what
yeah.
I know, I don't know a whole lot about Hulk, but I do.
I feel
think
like
he
he
gets
could
stronger.
get knocked back by a Jeep if he wasn't ready for the Jeep, you know?
Yeah, if it was like a complete.
Because he got thrown by a Jeep in the show.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's the clip I think I saw where people were like, "What the fuck? He got
Okay.
nerfed." I've seen that exact clip because it was on TikTok.
here's what I'm going to do, because I don't think you've seen this yet, and I just want you to see it, and then I want us to go ahead and talk about this together real quick.
Okay,
You're going to not like
I've
this that
seen
much.
the clip where she's driving away in the Jeep and he like
That's
gets
not
knocked
it.
over.
That's not it.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's the after credit scene in the newest
Sheen.
episode. Sheen. Sheen.
Isn't that off
I-
a
okay.
character?
So-
Sheen. Hey, I'm Sheen.
I need you to accept my screen share, and then what I need you to do is not look at the screen after you
man.
accept it, okay?
Okay, that's gonna be difficult, but
I
okay.
understand. I understand. It's only 57 seconds.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and look.
All right, let me full screen my.
Hey, there's my new favorite client.
So it's a minute long. I don't know if this is the end of the season or what.
And then just
But,
good.
You turn it up just.
We don't need to turn it up. This isn't about the volume, Trent.
Oh, it's just a visual.
This is you're only gonna need the visual. Oh, look, they're dancing. It's so fun. It's a good time. She's She-Hulk. She's an attorney.
So she's
Oh,
just
now they're
twerking.
twerking.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta say,
What?
dude.
You are way more fun than mine.
I gotta say, bro. I saw this clip probably 3 or 4 times before I thought it was real. I did not
That is.
believe it was real. So, like I said, I don't give a fuck about they nerfed the Hulk. He's
Yeah,
training
yeah.
her, whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
working.
didn't think it was real. I thought it was photoshopped. And then I looked into it a
It
little bit.
does look like a
That is a
meme.
legit Disney Plus She-Hulk clip right
Wow, that looks very memey.
there. It's very memey.
Yeah.
But Disney,
Maybe they're like, if we make a meme, how
No.
they got a meme out of the meme?
hold on a minute. So
Big brain.
I watched Peter Pan the other day, the original Peter Pan,
Yeah.
just for fun.
Oh, is he twerking?
No, but there were Native Americans in it, and so there's a disclaimer at most
Rufio?
of like the old Disney
Talking about
movies.
like Rufio,
Huh?
like the kids from Wonderland or whatever.
No, I'm talking about like there were actually like Native Americans, like Indians in it. Like there was a
Oh.
tribe of Native Americans.
Okay.
They were all like really cookie cutter Native Americans. So, anyways, what I'm getting at here is they have a disclaimer before that movie that says these
Mhm.
views or some of the jokes or some of the content in this
Mhm.
movie was not okay then, it's not okay now, but we're going to keep the source material. Like it's a disclaimer,
Yeah.
but they're not going to put a disclaimer about twerking,
Twerking.
legitimately twerking.
Yeah. That's
In a,
The
in a
twerking,
post,
that's just-
it's in a
that's
post credit scene, so it's
awkward.
kind of buried. But I mean, still,
yeah.
it's just a little weird to me.
So
To censor like what
Yeah.
Native Americans actually are,
Yeah,
you know, in
yeah.
a way, how they used to be, and then not that.
yeah.
I
I don't know. I don't find it like
I feel like all or
super
nothing.
offensive,
Everything needs to be
but, yeah,
censored, or
I-
they need to not, be
But-
such wimps about everything.
so what happens with the Native Americans though? That Just that
Nothing.
they're in there.
They smoke like hookah. And
So the fact that they're just Native Americans.
do you want me? Let me bring up a video real quick.
I mean, I
So you can see
believe
what I'm
you,
talking
but I'm
about.
just like,
Well, no, you can
why
believe
do
me,
they
but-
need to?
I want you to
Say
see
that.
what it is because they really are like really stereotypical cookie cutter.
But that's what's wrong with being cookie cutter? Like,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Their stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason,
yeah.
in my opinion. So I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. You got me.
Yeah, I was reading Paul's comments here about Lady and the Tramp with the dogs and the breeds.
Oh, we got an ad. Damn
Kind
it.
of crazy to me.
So these are like the cookie cutter Native Americans I'm talking about. Like they are definitely.
What's the chief doing,
Oh,
John?
we're probably gonna get fucking
He's
banned for
delivering
this.
an
Oh,
oration.
for sure, dude.
See,
So you're
Inside.
yelling at me about it. Just mute it.
What's he saying?
Mute the audio if you can.
He says,
No, sorry.
We don't
Peter
need the
Pan.
audio.
So like these are really cookie cutter Native Americans right here, right?
Yeah, but
Like here, let's.
it's not
fast
like
forward.
they're doing anything offensive.
See, here's the hookah here though.
Okay.
So
He got sick because it's
because it's
tobacco and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's a kid.
So that's I think that I don't know because they just have a random disclaimer at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
They don't say what it's for. It's
That's
just there.
silly, man.
But do you see what I'm getting at here?
I see what you're saying. If you're gonna do 100%, just you should be
tell-
across the
hey,
board.
There's
Yeah.
fucking like
Don't
ass
just-
throwing in the end of this episode.
Yeah, don't-
Can you
yeah.
not watch it if you're with
Yeah,
your
I
kids?
mean, I guess that is sexual. That's like, yeah, it's sexual content, and it's not something that you should.
I don't think it's okay for kids to think
No,
that like twerking
that's
is like,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Below the age
No,
of
I
like
agree.
18.
And why? Okay, here's the thing. I don't know much about She-Hulk. I mean, you guys somebody could probably tell me why. So, like, Hulk is. I understand, like in the Thor Ragnarok, like Hulk was Hulk for like a year, but generally speaking, Hulk only comes out when Bruce Banner gets fucked up or gets angry or something,
Yeah.
right? So, what's the deal with is she like Hulk all the time? Like, she seems to
So-
be green all the time. Like, how are you gonna be a lawyer?
Have you seen Infinity War and Endgame?
Yes.
So he's Hulk all the time now too.
All the time.
He's Hulk all the time now.
I thought.
He's a mixture of the two. He's always Hulk now. Ever since 2018.
Is that like in the comics too? I thought
I
there
don't-
was.
I don't know.
I thought
I
there was
don't
a whole
know.
thing of like a
I don't know.
transformation.
Don't hit me with comics. Don't hit me with
No,
source
but-
material.
So where does yeah, okay, so I do remember him, but then there's a scene where he couldn't get the Hulk come back because the Hulk was like,
Yes,
oh, I got my
because he
ass
got
kicked.
scared of Thanos
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Infinity War. But then we get to Endgame, and he's just the Hulk all the time now. He goes, I just needed to embrace the Hulk, pretty much is what he says. And now he's just green and big all the time.
It's kind of
And so
that's weird.
I think I haven't watched the show myself personally. Like I'm going to now
So she
because there's twerking.
oh,
in it.
okay, so she
but-
has complete Paul's saying she's got complete control. So why would you want to be a fucking green lawyer? Like you think you
Dude, I'd be
you
kind of
think-
scared if I had a fucking Hulk walk
Yeah.
into the
Or
courtroom.
you think in the courtroom like you would like keep it under wraps? I don't know. It seems
Dude,
kinda weird.
I'm telling you, I'm not
You
going
think
to
you
defend
go-
myself. I'm gonna be like, I'll just take the plea deal. Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. how get
I don't
like
know if
this.
people are. I guess people are more progressive now. You got green skin, they'll take you seriously. I don't know. I feel like I would go with like the normal skin color to try to get my client off a DUI case. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
But I guess it's
I don't know, man.
it's weird. It's a little weird to me. Be walking around as with green skin and stuff.
I'm gonna backtrack. a little
Nothing
bit here.
wrong with people with green skin. Nobody take
Nah, if you have
offense.
green skin, fuck you. Don't watch our podcast.
No, go
bitch.
see a doctor.
Fucking green skin bitch.
Yeah, you fucking mutant ass motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here to Detective Pikachu. That was probably
That's
One
Paul.
of
Paul
the-
literally just verified what you said. It's probably canon too, honestly.
ET's in. What's up, ET?
Oh, ET, what's up, brother?
He hates hippie Hulk.
I had to read that because I thought it was Zach at first, but then yeah, Dice Major.
I,
ET, long time no talk, man.
like I said, ET man, I haven't watched the actual show, so I'm not 100%
Oh,
sure.
you haven't?
Caught up on what hippie Hulk
Okay.
is. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it. I'm going to, but I have not yet.
Yeah, it's just weird to me. Like when you're 100% Hulk all the time, it's just like, what's the point? Like I thought his whole thing was like, yeah, he tries to live a normal life and then like control it, and
Well-
that's the way it starts out. But like the fact that he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be the Hulk
Embrace
all
it.
the time. Like,
Yeah.
but it kind
Well-
of takes the human element out of the where it's like the struggle of like,
So we're in phase 4 of the MCU now.
Yeah.
I kind of get Bruce Banner's position where he's like, I'm just gonna embrace the Hulk and be the Hulk all the time, be strong all the time. I get that. that's kind of cool because I think they're trying to bring in new heroes now. They're trying to kind of like cycle things out a little bit, and I'm totally cool with that.
So he's like mad all the time.
He's not mad all the time. He just embraced it. And he's just
But
chill. and
but
he is
isn't
the
that what
Hulk.
triggers it? Like he's got to be in a state of
when
like,
he gets
stress
more
or
angry,
whatever.
he gets stronger.
I think he gets stronger when he takes more damage. Like when he gets hit more,
Oh,
he grows
dude.
bigger. I saw a small little blurb about. I'm sure there's like a million multiverse versions of Hulk and different whatever.
Yeah.
But from what I read, like the more damage he takes, he actually physically grows bigger and bigger and gets stronger.
Damn.
And that's apparently in the original Hulk movies they showed that where like when he was getting shot by tanks and shit, like he actually physically gets bigger and stronger. But I don't know.
Lou Ferrigno just goes off scene and
Dude,
does some curls and comes back on.
Comic books are it's so crazy because there's so many. There's not only there's so many, you have so many different writers, you have so many different illustrators, so many different versions of the same character, and they just kind of like
source
some
material
will do this and some will do
can't
that.
even be source material.
Yeah, exactly.
Anymore.
So it's like you can really go anywhere with it. So I don't know. It's just it reminds me of like it's so funny when you talk about like power levels. Like you see like lists of like this anime characters stuff,
Dude.
or even like comic book characters, and then you always have like the Dragon Ball Z people that come in like
well,
Goku would defeat everybody.
the power scaling and fucking Dragon Ball is so stupid,
Mhm.
and most anime in general.
I don't even know where to start
You
with
know,
Dragon Ball. 'Cause I haven't seen enough, but it's just
I know we're 40 minutes in
there's
already.
a movie that came out, right?
Yeah,
Or-
Dragon Ball Super
yeah,
Superhero.
yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I'm going to though. It looks good.
Yeah, the illustration looks pretty cool.
It's 3D, so I'm not a huge fan of that to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like it looks like a
Oh,
video
okay.
game.
Okay, so yeah, I saw just a smidget of the trailer, and I had a conversation with someone at work about that, and he did tell me it was
It's all 3D,
3D
rendered.
too. And then after I found that out, it turned me off a little bit. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I don't like that
Dude,
3D stuff.
if there's anything that does not translate to a movie, it's anime.
You think so?
The anime cannot.
Oh, you're talking about,
translate
like,
live
live
action
action.
movie. It does not.
That is
work.
really
It's
really
never
jarring.
worked before, dude. If anyone can ever make that work, I'll be amazed.
Yeah,
The closest we've gotten so far is Alita Battle Angel,
yeah.
and that's not even that close. Like,
And
to be completely
It's
honest with you.
funny because I just recently watched. We've talked about JoJo before, and I didn't realize that they had live action JoJo movies.
Yeah,
They're like
oh,
Korean or
dude.
something like that.
So does Attack on Titan. So does
Oh,
Full Metal
really?
Alchemist. So does Death Note. So does
I know
Avatar,
Full
which
Metal-
Avatar's American
Because
anime.
Full
but
Metal
still.
is on.
Netflix.
Is it on Netflix? It's either Netflix or Amazon Prime. There's like at least two movies that are live action
movie-
that are on there. Yeah.
The live action movies on Netflix. I know
Oh, it
that.
is okay.
It's
Then.
just it's so bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. But I did watch. I rented a JoJo because I do actually the JoJo series I enjoy. It's just really unique and different, and I like the fact that each season's so different from the ones before. But
I've given it a shot before, but I couldn't get into it. Sadly.
I'm telling you, like, you just got to give it, like, just jump into the second season or
You know,
third season.
I'm not
You're gonna
one
find-
person. I'm not the person to say this because I watch One Piece, but like I'm not gonna skip so many episodes. What's up, Aaron?
But
Thank
you-
you for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. But the thing is, like, One Piece is like One Piece. Like, it's all you got to watch the whole thing. But the great thing about JoJo is every season you could jump into the fucking newest season. You don't have to know. Like, they're all different. It's a whole new cast of characters.
It's
different
never
generations.
gonna. It's never gonna combine back together and have
No,
an
not really.
overarching story.
No, as far as I know, no.
I'm skeptical.
No, so I'll go over briefly. So like the first season, you're introduced to a certain character. He's got an arch villain.
Yeah,
Dio.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Dio
much.
has come up in some sort of iteration in about I don't know, maybe 3 different seasons, but it's never directly. It's not always like the same guy. It's like he's got even like there's a whole season where he has somewhat of an offspring of himself who's the main good guy.
Mhm.
And it's but he doesn't really come back, and it's like every time it's like totally different cast of characters. You might have like a reference to like, oh, this is so and so's great grandchild or something, and you're like, oh, I remember him from the first season, but it's like not anything to do with like this main story. Like the newest one is a female like main character, which is like unique because all the other ones were like dudes. And but as far as like references to previous story, there's nothing connected. It's not connected at all, really. There's cameos. It's almost like watching. I'm trying to like piece this together. The Dark Tower. Like I've talked about Dark Tower before. You don't have to read all of Stephen King's books to understand like the Dark Tower. But if you've read them, you'll see the Easter eggs.
Yes,
Kind of thing.
yes,
It's like
yes.
Easter eggs.
Okay.
JoJo's the same way. There might be an Easter egg where you're like,
why is the first season so bad then?
because it's different than all the others, and it's the first thing that they've done. I don't think it's that bad, but I actually appreciated the
I
first
watched
couple
4
seasons.
episodes and I couldn't.
I would say the second half of the first season, and this is going to get even more confusing. The second half of the first, the second half of the first season, you're introduced to another character, and it's basically a different story arc. It gets really good because the first
Dude, I don't even. You're
The
making me
first-
want to watch it less.
listen, the first 2 seasons they don't have stands, and it's more like, in my opinion, like traditional anime where people have like their own like chi power, like their own powers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then a little like up until recently, the characters have stands, which are like they have powers and stuff.
I've heard of stands before.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I saw this video on TikTok. It's fucking hilarious. And if you know about stands even a little bit, it was like what celebrities would be stand users, and it has like Steve Harvey, and he's got like his ridiculous suits and shit. It's like Steve Harvey is definitely a stand user, and it like showed a bunch of different people with like these crazy outfits on. It's just fucking hilarious. And they're like talking about what would their stand's name be and shit like that.
Did you hear about Record of Ragnarok getting second season? Did you hear about the trailer?
I haven't heard about the trailer, but
Trailer's out. Looked good.
I'm kind of like, I was just checking on Netflix. Periodically, I'll get on there and see like what has had new seasons come out. I'm like, bro, I saw that was like trending now, and I was like, oh, there's a new season out. It's not.
It's just the trailer.
Yeah, no, it's not even a trailer. It's just that it's like trending now, but it's probably because the trailer came out, so people are watching it. And I'm like, dude, this has been like fucking how many years before they've
It's been 1
made
year.
the next season, dude?
It came out
been
when we had the
forever.
podcast. We've only had the podcast for like a year and
It's been
6 months.
over only a year and 6 months,
That's
bro.
not that bad. Rick and
It
Morty
is
fans wait
bad.
like 3 years for a
It is-
season.
It's bad because then there's like shows like Lock and Key, who had 2 seasons, and that show's not even that good. And it's like they've had 2 seasons in the last year.
That's why it's made so quickly, because it's not that good.
Fucking, it makes me angry, man.
You can't rush perfection, man.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. I'll ask you to do with JoJo. Jump into. I think let me look up what name of the season is. It's Phantom Crusaders. If you jump into that, just start from there. Watch 2 episodes, and I think you will. I think you'll enjoy that one. I'm gonna make sure whatever season this is. JoJo.
Dude. There's a lot of dead stuff.
Stardust. So just JoJo, go on Netflix. I think it's the 2nd season, maybe the 3rd
I'm
season.
not gonna watch it.
Look up.
I'm not gonna fucking
watch
it.
Stardust Crusaders.
I'm not gonna fucking
2
watch
episodes,
it.
bro.
I won't.
2 episodes.
I will not.
That's an hour of your time.
I'm not watching it.
Why?
I don't have an hour of time.
The hour of time over a week. You could do that, bro.
For a fucking week. No, my
You're
shit.
weak, man. You're weak. It's so good. It's so good.
No.
There's so many references to like classic rock and just
Have you
American culture. I
Have you
love
seen
it.
Detective Pikachu?
No, fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm
I'm
not,
not
talking
watching
about,
this
I'm not
movie.
talking about JoJo's anymore.
All
Okay.
right, we'll talk about your stupid Ryan Reynolds.
I have like a
Pokemon
little fucking
character.
comment about it. I've been
All
trying
right,
to get out for
go
20
ahead.
minutes now. We're talking about fucking JoJo's. So Ryan Reynolds voices Pikachu, as you might know. And at the end of
No,
the
'cause
movie,
I don't know anything about the movie. Fuck that movie.
fuck it, I'm spoiling it. So
Go ahead. I
He's
don't
like
care.
he's like a human.
We've talked about
mentality
it before.
trapped.
You've told me that like his dad's black or something.
No,
You're like
no.
what?
Well, he's half. Okay, I have
Yeah.
talked about this. The
Yeah,
kid's
you have.
mixed race.
Yeah.
And so apparently, like the mom was black, and then Ryan Reynolds is the dad, and it
Yeah.
fucking threw me off so bad at the end of
Yeah.
the movie when Ryan Reynolds comes
Yeah.
out of nowhere, because
Yeah.
they like pull Ryan Reynolds out of Pikachu pretty much.
Yeah.
It was so it just threw me off, dude.
Yeah. No.
And then-
that's cool.
I was with a couple people, and they're like, "Why wouldn't you expect Ryan Reynolds?" I'm like, "I just fucking didn't for some reason."
Isn't
I'm
he
like,
the voice of Pikachu though?
Yes, he is the voice. I don't
So,
know why.
Why would you not expect?
I don't
him?
know why I didn't see it coming, but
I haven't
didn't
even,
see
bro.
it
I haven't even
coming.
seen this movie, and I've known that it's Ryan Reynolds did the voice for like.
Yes, I knew he did the
Years.
voice. I knew that. I just didn't expect to see actual Ryan Reynolds in the movie. I just expected to see Pikachu, bro. with Ryan Reynolds' voice. It threw me off so bad.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It was pretty funny.
It's a little weird.
So I have a little Zelda corner real quick.
Yeah,
We're
let's-
probably getting.
perfect timing.
Yeah,
Aaron's in
here.
This is for
We're probably getting Nintendo Direct this
Zelda
month,
fans.
and it's gonna have a lot to do with Zelda more than
yeah. We're
likely,
gonna get
so-
banned because of Nintendo hates everyone.
Yeah, for real. That's all I got though.
Nintendo and Disney.
There's gonna be some Zelda news coming out this month, and then whenever that comes out, then
Wait,
we'll have
what
a
is
real-
it?
Just news.
Okay, what's the news?
We don't have it yet. We just.
Oh, that's
we're,
it.
We're assuming it's coming out.
So this is your big Zelda
It's
reveal.
rumored that like the Direct is gonna be all about Zelda. So
So what's
I'm excited.
What's the newest Zelda?
The newest one,
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the
2
Wild
or something, right?
2 is coming out next
Yeah,
year.
yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like that's like the newest
Yeah.
shit that's going on. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But they're probably gonna announce some ports.
You think they're
to the
gonna ever
Switch.
come back to Ocarina? Think
I-
they could make a sequel to that?
I'm hoping they announce a remake for it because I want to play it on the Switch. I don't want to play like.
What
the
if they
old-
made like a sequel though? Think they can go back to that? And, like,
so
that
technically they
timeline?
have because Majora's Mask is a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time.
Can we just forget about Majora's Mask and go back?
This
to
isn't
just
Star
Ocarina?
Wars. No.
We can make it happen. Let's get the guy on the phone.
Nintendo
Whoever
never
the guy
would.
is. Whoever the guy did the Ocarina of Time, we need to get him on the
the
on line.
guy, Eiji
Yeah.
Aonuma.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
He's
Yeah.
still direct Zelda.
So he's still involved with the the whole arc.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever
He's
seen
top
like the
guy.
timeline for Zelda? Isn't it like
The
ridiculously
fucking, the
confusing?
timeline makes no sense. So
yeah, I've watched
doesn't-
videos
okay.
on it.
to be fair, it doesn't make no sense, but it obviously was not planned.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Black Ops 2 zombies. How they just like
What?
it got really popular
Oh,
and they
yeah.
just made a timeline because
Yeah.
somebody wanted it. You know,
Uh-huh.
they're like, well, now
Just
we
jumps
have to.
around. Yeah.
So they talk about like there's 3 possibilities: either Link dies in the fight on Ocarina of Time, or he goes back to being a kid, or he just survives as an adult. And so it branches into like 3 branches.
It's like a multiverse.
Kind of, yeah.
Damn.
So that's the timeline. It is somewhat confusing, but it was made up. Is the thing.
What if they made a multiverse?
They never
Zelda game?
meant for there to be a timeline.
Can you
Okay,
imagine that?
what?
Like a Zelda game where it's like co-op and it's multiverse and you can like play different versions
I
of
do
the Zelda
not want to co-op Zelda.
or
Absolutely
Link,
not.
different versions.
Stop
of
trying to
Link.
ruin my franchise. I do
let's,
not want
let's
to.
make it happen.
No,
You get like
there
kid,
is a co-op Zelda. Actually,
Kid Link.
Four Swords Heroes.
Is
a-
that multiverse? They come from different versions of
No.
them. Well, why? How'd they explain it?
they pick up the four
There's just
sword,
4 of
and
them?
then Link splits into 4 pieces. Each like
Yeah,
one
that's
being,
weird.
Like, a different
Fuck.
part of them.
Why didn't they do a multiverse?
And it's
that
4
makes
player
no
game.
sense.
Dude, get out of here! What? You bring a fucking topic to the table. Let's talk about
I
something
want
else.
I want Link to snap his fingers.
I did not
and
expect video
disintegrate
game
people.
movies to go for 52 minutes. Okay, that really caught me off guard.
Oh yeah. I got one topic. I might as well throw this out there because
Throw it out there.
that's the title and everything. And we've been going for like 52 minutes. Haven't talked about it. All right. So there's this guy, murder, who cold fries. Yeah. So he's murder suspect called cops over cold fries and gets arrested. I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. It's not a super long video, but I'll kind of like speed run through it. It's pretty funny actually. So let's see. Roll this. Don't want to do the survey.
Is there any food that you would? Oh, never mind.
That would kill over.
6-2 Kennesaw. Did he advise what
Oh,
van? I got
right.
3 white vans.
Like, call the cops about.
Oh no.
Where's he at? Where'd he get the cold fries from?
McDonald's,
Where?
bro.
Dude, really?
So like,
Bro, I want
That's so.
just ask him, can we
They
get
had
some
to deal with
fresh fry?
Okay.
He said,
there, yeah.
we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold. So when I come up, I say, I try to fry. The fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just
They aren't
asked him,
even
"Can we get
cold."
some fresh fry.
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot. Touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you done touched them. So,
Yeah.
can I just get a fresh set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was
So
5
he
minutes
called the
ago.
cops.
Yeah.
He
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
And he killed
the
somebody.
murder
Sir,
suspect.
5
Well,
minutes
he's
ago,
the
I
suspect.
can run my
When did
store
this
however I want to run my store.
I
It's
don't-
This is
Sir,
recent.
I'm-
It's
I done
fairly
paid.
recent.
He
I
said,
don't
matter
know
of fact,
exactly
you can leave
how
my
recent.
property.
We
You
don't
got my
know if
property
this guy
now.
was.
Like
Or you
these
can come and
comments are
get
from like 12 days
I
ago.
do a refinance
think he
and
killed
stuff
him?
with cash up card, just 3
Well,
to 7 business
It's
days
not
to do a
even
refund.
that he was a
Just give me
suspect.
my
I think
set of
he
fries and my
was
receipt.
on
That's what you're
probation. He had like a
supposed to do
bunch of
anyway when I
he had a
pay for my
warrant
order.
out for him.
This is not my store.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
telling me
Yeah, no,
this
he
is
had like a
his business.
warrant.
He
Like
owns it.
they were
It's not
I
what they
understand.
eat. We just
Trying to
put
pick
the
'em up.
fries in the burger.
So
Okay.
who died?
Do you have your
The
ID on you?
employee?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
well, I'm gonna have to
did-
get your
I
information.
don't think the murder was anything to do at this
Oh,
location.
dude,
What's
when
your
you
last
were
name?
telling me
No,
about
no,
the
no.
story, I assumed he
No.
killed somebody
S-I-M-S?
because of cold
No,
fries.
like the
Yes.
the
And first name?
person that he killed was like
O-I.
they were looking for this guy.
O-I-A-N-E.
He went out of his way to call the cops
A-N-T-O-I-A-N-E.
because
He
he
was
was
already
upset.
What's
a
your
murder
birthday?
suspect.
Yes, and he
And
was in the
then-
system, and they were looking
Okay.
for him.
I thought
What's
he
the
had
telephone
cold
number for
fries
you?
and he killed
No,
somebody
no,
because
no,
he had
no.
cold fries this entire
No, the
time.
funny thing is, like, he's on the run basically, and he called the cops on himself essentially.
Wow.
And then it goes on. It's so funny too because the only reason his license is suspended, and he gives
The
the
$6 your way
the
deal
cop
at
asks
Burger
him
King is a triple
for his name
win.
because he
Your
doesn't have
choice
his
of a bacon
driver's
double
license with him.
cheeseburger or a rodeo
Guy
double
gives him his
cheeseburger.
real name and
Win.
everything.
Plus fries,
So then he puts
win.
it in the system, and it's so funny, like right here.
I got a smart.
You come. I don't know.
Hang on. When he gets in the car, he talks to the
Okay.
manager, and the manager's like, "Yeah, this
Or
guy
I'm
was
not gonna
freaking
give him
out,
any
throwing
more
shit
food.
at me,
I'll remake it.
you know,
I mean,
whatever."
that's your.
And
That's so embarrassing. Is he from Florida?
it looks like Florida.
I was
I don't
gonna
know
say,
for sure,
bro,
but
this is
it seems
definitely
like it's something
Florida.
that would happen in
Now
Florida.
through Labor Day.
So the
Buy
funny
two
thing is,
select
I'm gonna try to
tires and
find
get
it
two
in the
free
video.
with
The
fake
cop sits in the
installation
car and he
only
puts the guy's
at
name in
Tire
his
Kingdom.
little
Your business. You're right. I'm
in
just
his
that.
car.
So here's the deal. As a business owner, he has the
All
right
right, here
to
we
not
go.
remake your
This is
food.
where it's at.
He is willing to do.
He's putting this guy's information in. He's gonna get the guy's refund, put it on his
Yeah.
card. The manager's like, "I don't want him in the store. I'll give him a refund, but he's causing a problem." So then he puts the guy's name into his system, and let's see if it'll.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
That's when it came back when he put his name
I
in
didn't
the
know
system.
that. I didn't know that the system did that.
I didn't either. It's like some fucking Demolition Man type shit. But then it tells him it's like he's a murder suspect and all this
Holy
stuff.
fuck.
So at this point, the cop realizes like, oh shit, So then he's still playing off as if he's like,
What's up, man?
Hey, I don't know if you're pulling it, but he's being slick over here. He's got to
Dude,
take it down.
and the guy has like
I gotcha.
one of those
I know, I gotcha.
ankle monitors on too. And the store manager's or
No, you're good.
McDonald's guy's like,
Mhm.
telling him that.
He's gonna do the refund, so I'll get you the card here in a second.
And it's
Okay.
funny because the cop is like going along with it. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get you a refund, blah blah. And he realizes at this point he's like, oh shit,
License status,
Where's Kennesaw?
suspended, 24-year-old
That's
male,
Kentucky, Georgia.
wanted person,
Oh, so it's close to
caution,
Florida.
violence,
This is
armed
Georgia.
and dangerous.
So then he decides he's
11,
like, all right,
16,
well,
11, 16.
Suspended, 24-year-old male,
Paul's got to take a shot now.
Watch your ETA.
yeah.
Oh man.
So
Yeah,
you do
462
lose.
Kennesaw. It looks like we just found the same ID.
I just
You
couldn't
go ahead and confirm
imagine.
that.
Like, what if you didn't know? Like, what if he's actually not the murderer for the case?
Yeah.
And he has no idea that he's a suspect, and he. I mean,
don't
you have,
know, man.
no,
That's a
Ten
reach.
four.
you have to be mentally ill to.
No, and that's what the comments say. Like he's such a narcissist that he did. And when you're that much of a, if you are a narcissist, you do shit like this. Like even though you're on the run, you're still like, I can't believe I didn't get my fries. Like
there has to be something there mentally for him.
It's so
for him
funny.
to know that there is a problem
Yeah.
and still call the cops.
call the cops. But it's funny because at this point he's already called back up, and they're gonna try to bring him in. But the homeboy like kind of fumbles the bag here because
The cop.
the cop does, because he tells him he has to sign this release because he's being trespassed from this McDonald's.
Yeah.
And he realizes what's going on now, and they're trying to get close to him and try to like bring him
All
in.
right, spell your last name for me.
SIMES.
And you'll
Okay.
see it's actually kind of funny.
Where's your driver's license out of?
I don't have.
Okay.
I think my
No way.
Yeah, but he gave him his name, and he gave him his real name.
SIMES.
is the
What's
funny
your first name
thing.
again?
I would
That's how they
never-
looked it up.
Literally, you
Oh,
could
I-
just say John
Yeah,
Doe.
he
In
could
A?
have said anything.
Oh, I-
John Doe.
And he
Oh, I-
literally gave him his real name.
What a goofball, bro.
But it's funny because the cop tries to get him to come close to sign this trespass form, and then finally the guy starts to get a little sus.
So
Like he
I'm
starts to
basically
realize,
just
like,
banned. Yeah, he's like,
so,
okay. Correct.
so shit, I do have a warrant against my rights. But watch this.
His name.
Kind of funny.
Their name? I can't remember. We got new forms, so I don't remember.
But I'll say, like,
His name
at
here,
this
and
point, the
then
cop
the
realizes,
That's
like,
what
this guy's like
So
you
he's
know,
the manager or somebody
a
else?
big deal.
He's the owner.
But he's playing it off pretty well.
So that's why he
Yeah.
feels like it.
He's just playing like, it's not a big deal, you know.
Dude, that was
Nah, this is just 10.
the cop is probably like shaking with anticipation.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He's waiting for his backup and shit, but he's just trying to
Take
be
him
like,
down.
he's just like, I'm playing nonchalant. We'll get you your refund, and
Gaming, man.
he's trespassing you. We just gotta feel well this for him here.
Yeah, I got the shades.
This is
Authorized representative.
Yeah. So
Yes, I committed murder.
I'm gonna get him to fill this out. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So then he's talking to his backup finally showed up, and he's like, he's like kind of, that's
Oh,
what
now
we're
this
doing.
guy's like, oh, there's more cops here. I don't
All right,
like
Mr.
this.
Sims, come over here. I'm gonna have you
This is
sign
when he
this.
starts to get a little suspicious.
Look how ET knew about this already.
Oh, did he?
No,
Yeah,
sir.
one of the
Just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest.
No, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, you have to know something's up when more
So you'll
cops show up.
fill this
Two
part out.
fucking cold fries.
Yeah. And he's
see
telling
it,
like,
sir.
come here,
Yeah.
come here.
You come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you
I've been here
afraid?
3 years, sir. I'm afraid of
All
y'all.
right, I'm gonna walk you through.
I'm
Why are you
afraid
doing
of
that?
my
I know how to fill it
Why
out.
are you doing that?
I know how to fill. Am I
All right,
arrested?
yeah.
No, let's
He said I'm
get
under arrest. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. He fucking
This guy's a trip, bro.
He totally almost fumbled
I mean,
it,
to be
dude.
fair, he's wearing, probably pretty
Oh
uncomfortable
yeah,
vest.
they wear a lot of equipment.
Bro, this
Car,
guy's
car, car.
gone.
Yeah, but it's like they had it set up. Like they think they would have waited and got.
Six
They would've
dude, can I stop?
surrounded
Yeah,
him
that's what I'm
first,
saying.
you know?
They're like
They gave him a fucking out.
Yeah. But I think they ended up eventually getting him and everything. But it's just like, man, they almost fucking fucked up big time there.
Got him!
Really.
Contact!
It was kind of funny though the way he paid.
Contact! Backside!
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, really though. Like,
He's like, he had a little bit of time. Up until that point, I'll give him credit. Like, he played it off really well. Like, he was just playing, pretty aloof. He's like, yeah, we just got you to have to sign this. And then
he did a good job.
he almost got away, though. He almost dropped it. My favorite part of the video, though, was when he put his driver's license through it. It was like, armed 24.
dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. Armed dangerous. License suspended. It's like that's some shit you see in movies, and it's
Seriously.
real. Like,
I didn't think that the police
didn't-
system did that when they
I
just
didn't
ran
either,
names and
but
numbers and
it's
shit like that.
it's fucking hilarious, but also terrifying.
What
Can
do
you
you
imagine
think-
being that cop and you're just like, yeah, it's just another dispute at McDonald's about some fucking fries. I get this guy his refund, and you're like putting
Yeah.
his set, and then it's like armed, dangerous, murder suspect. You're like,
they type in my
what?
name. It's like terrible podcaster.
36 views. Yeah, that would be an eye opener for sure. But I mean, respect to them. Like they it's funny that they were able to stop him that way. Like
No, seriously, dude.
like a guy on the run, and he was a suspect. But I mean, obviously, homeboy had some other shit priors, suspended license, etc. Shouldn't have been on the road, to be honest. But
Shouldn't have been at no McDonald's now.
no, shouldn't have been eating them cold fries. Imagine the multiverse, and like a bunch of other versions of reality. He got his fries on time
And hot.
and hot, and he just went on his way.
Mhm.
And
He got away with this for the rest
suspect
of his
got
life,
murdered.
dude,
Yeah. Yeah. So good on that manager for getting him some cold fries.
Should have been at Burger King.
Man, that's a crime right
he could
there.
have had it his way there. You know,
If he went to
he
Burger-
could have told the Burger King employees, be like, "Yo, these cops trying to arrest me." And the Burger King employees would have came out
Hey
and
man,
defended him.
if he's willingly going to Burger King, something's not right with him. He needs to be arrested.
yeah, really. I think Burger King is more fast food than McDonald's now.
What do you mean?
I think it's lower
Tier?
quality. Yeah.
Oh, now I think Burger King's always been lower tier.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I think Burger King, as far as like the tier listing with fast food, if we ever do like a fast food tier listing, Burger King's gonna be like DF for me. D or F. Like, I've never been a fan of Burger King.
No, I've never liked Burger King either.
It is what Aaron makes a good point. He says he's afraid of cops, but he
Yeah,
literally
no,
called them.
seriously.
He literally called them about some cold fries. That shit's so funny.
hood tier.
I'd say the only thing one of the only things I would probably rank lower than Burger King tier wise is like Checkers.
Really?
I think Checkers is even
I haven't had Checkers in
more
a long
hood
time.
tier
Actually,
than that. I live by the Checkers off close by. I used to live right by that one, and I would go downtown drinking a lot. And even when you're drunk and you're desperate for food,
2 a.m. Checkers.
Yeah,
that's
2
where
a.m.
it's at.
even still, like even as in my inebriated state of like just desperation for
You
food,
still didn't want it.
I was like, this is fucking garbage, dude. This is garbage food. That's bad when you're like you're in that mindset and it still tastes like garbage. Yeah, Checkers is like, and their fries are overrated. I don't think their fries are that good, to be
I've
honest
never
with
had
you. They're not that good.
Everyone says they're like the best.
They say that they're not. They're not.
Oh,
Checkers sucks, man. I'll say it on the record. We're not gonna get a sponsorship from Checkers. I don't care. Checkers is like
I don't think we were ever gonna get sponsored by Checkers.
Checkers is F tier.
I think McDonald's is
100%.
like the only fast food that does like podcast sponsorships and stuff like that.
So we do a quick tier list. Where do you think McDonald's would rate?
Solidly high for me. I like McDonald's. I think they actually have higher quality food. I think they stepped up their fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
they're pretty good now.
What would you say? Like,
Are we talking fast food?
yeah, fast food.
They're going high B, low A for me.
Okay, that's respectable. I
That's-
can agree with
That's
that.
where I'm setting.
I'd say they're like the standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Wendy's? Where you?
Wendy's
thinking
is
Wendy's?
going like low B. No, probably
Really?
C. Wendy's is C. I don't like Wendy's.
Really?
I don't like
I'd
Wendy's.
say B.
I used
Solid
to,
B.
I used to love Wendy's. Not
I
anymore.
see. I'd say Wendy's chicken level is like better than McDonald's.
I think we should put a whole episode on this sometime. Probably.
yeah.
We should come with all the fast food and just do a whole.
I think we should
episode
do
of this.
just a quick run through the main ones. So like Burger King, where's that at?
That's
Sit
a
with you.
fucking like F, bro.
So you agree with me?
I
F.
hate Burger King.
Yeah, I've never liked Burger King. I don't even know. There's not like an item on the menu that I would ever go for.
No, I can't think of anything I'd order there.
Like their Whoppers, their thing, but their Whopper sucks, dude. It doesn't even come with cheese. You gotta ask for the cheese.
A Whopper with cheese.
Yeah, F tier, 100%.
Royale.
And I think our Chick-fil-A, I think we're gonna have problems with that one because you don't like Chick-fil-A, right?
I like Chick-fil-A.
Do you?
I don't love Chick-fil-A, but I like it. It would probably be A. I wouldn't put it in S, but it's A.
I'm between A and S.
Aaron, I'm not ordering 8 different meals at
what
once. I'm
saying,
sorry.
yeah. That's why I'm like,
Okay.
that's why I'm trying to speed run through it
Yeah,
because we're not gonna have like an actual eating the shit, but like
Paul. Well, we could literally go through this though. We could take an hour on every fast food chain we can think
we
of.
could. Steak and Shake is not high for me.
Steak and Shake has saved me a few times.
I've never been. I feel like Steak and
know-
Shake's always overrated. I've had bad experiences every time.
Oh,
If I
always
go
have
at
bad
late,
experience, but I
it's you
love it.
wait an hour and a half, 2 hours
No, you're
for
so
hair
right.
in your food.
You're so right, but I'm still gonna put it in B
Uh-uh.
because I've had so many
No.
good experiences.
C minus, and I'm being generous.
God damn it.
C minus, I'm being generous.
All right.
Zaxby's. What do we think?
Zaxby's?
Yeah.
Yes.
S.
I love
Really?
Zaxby's, yeah. The food
Okay.
fucking smacks, dude. I know their kitchen's clean because I used to clean it.
I'd say B. For me, it's a B.
No, Zaxby's smacks. I like the amount of food that I get. Well, actually, now lately it's expensive,
Yeah.
but you used to get a lot of food for the money. Now it's a little. I'll put it back in A now. You
Hell
talked me
yeah.
into it.
Dice Matrix. Hell yeah. During the pandemic, I had a video for consecutive fast foods. All right. I'll check that out. That's dope. What do you think the lowest tier fast food is? I know we're over an hour right
Dude,
now.
you're
but
kind of making me sit on Burger King with that right there.
yeah.
But
I think Sonic. I think Sonic.
really do not like Boston Market.
Really?
I fucking hate
Is-
Boston
would you
Market.
consider that fast food?
Yes.
Is that fast
There's
food?
a drive-through, bro.
Oh, is there? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And if we're counting drive-throughs as fast food, then Sonny's is below the fucking ground. Sonny's is
Below
the
the
worst
ground.
food. Sonny's
Really?
is the worst food I've ever had in my life.
No.
And I stand by that.
I don't agree with that one.
I have not eaten Taco Bell enough
Okay,
in my life to
Aaron,
talk on it. But I don't like
can't.
Taco Bell.
I can't agree with you on that, Aaron. I will say that over the years they've definitely gone down, taken so much shit off their menu.
Taco Bell's a D for me.
Taco Bell is like a good.
Crystal is trash. Crystal is so bad.
Crystal
Paul,
is-
you just
is-
gave me my fucking lowest fast food. Crystal is so bad. It's not good. It's expensive, and it fucking hurts.
I haven't had Crystals in probably like 10 years.
I shit water when I eat Crystal. Okay, it is. I don't enjoy it when I'm eating it. No matter
Crystals
how
is
hungry I am, I spend a lot of fucking money on
That's
it,
a drunk.
and then I
food.
shit water.
That's
okay.
a drunk. That's a drunk chain right
Paul
there.
literally just
That
fucking
triggered you.
fired me
Yeah,
up, bro.
yeah.
Crystals is so bad, and I'm so glad.
I don't think it's
no,
the worst,
listen,
but
they
it's not my favorite.
We had one in Ocala for years. It had been here for since the
Yeah.
fucking 80s. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gone now. 3 years ago, they closed down.
Really?
Finally. I do not know how they survived for over 30 fucking years, but they did
I
somehow.
like Arby's.
It is
Aaron.
so
It's a
bad.
little expensive. but
Arby's
Arby's is good.
smacks. Arby's
It's
is A
good.
tier.
It's expensive, but it's good. I would say A. I can go with A.
But I'm not doing a whole nother hour-long episode of fucking. I have not had Panda
I will
Express.
say. So listen, one more. I'm gonna throw in there. Wait, how do you feel about Sonic?
Sonic is so hit or miss for me.
It is. Well, here's the thing about Sonic. Their slushes are great if you're in the mood for a slush on a summer or whatever. Amazing, right?
Yes.
Their food, F tier, easy F, like FD tier. So like, it's kind of a balance. Like if you're going for like, if you want a convenient like slush, fucking great, A tier. Their food is not good. Their food is garbage. Their food is definitely like,
I love their food.
I hate their food.
I like all the
I hate it.
options. I like the
I hate
prices.
it. Their food is not good. Their chili's not good. Their
I've
hot
never had their
dogs aren't
chili.
good.
I've never had their hot dogs.
That's like with their no chili
I
cheese
get
dogs
their
and shit.
burgers. I get their mozzarella
Their
sticks.
burgers are.
Their onion rings are pretty good. Their onion
I've
rings.
had their onion rings, but their burgers are mid. I would give them mid tier.
I think as far so I don't like beer battered onion rings personally, as I think you know already. I'm pretty sure we talked about this. I don't like beer
We
battered
haven't,
onion rings.
actually.
I
Yeah.
like panko crust onion rings, like the crispier ones.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like those a lot more. So for me, I like that Sonic is fast food and offers those panko crust
Yeah.
onion rings. Like I think their onion rings are the best fast food onion rings.
So I think I'll probably put them in a C, just because I really respect their drinks are top
Dude,
tier.
They're
Best
they're
drinks.
a high B for me, but like I said, they're
But
really
their
hit or miss. So
food
I'm not
is
going to put them
not-
in A. I'm going to put them in B.
Okay, C for me.
I agree. All right.
Yeah, we could definitely do an episode.
Yeah, we will absolutely.
Yeah,
I
we
think
should.
next week we should do this.
We should. Yeah,
I think we
I'm
should.
down.
We should both make a list of fast food, put it together, and
I don't even have to make a list. I can. We'll bring up the chain, and I can tell you right
and we
away.
can tell stories too. I got plenty of fucking.
Oh, I
stories.
do too.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's call it a night
All
then.
right. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
So, did I tell you I got kidnapped by mimes last week? They did unspeakable things to me.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Let's see if we can get this outro to work.
Oh God, the intro is still running.
Maybe. It's so weird. There's always something new with this thing.
For real, it like resolves.
It has a
itself
mind of
next
its
week.
own.
It's so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
All right, we're
And
not
I
gonna
cleaned
get
it
an
out
outro.
too. All right.
Thank you for watching Mind
Mind
Hubs.
Hubs. Till next time,
Follow us
guys.
on Twitter and whatever
And-
Trenton put in the outro.
Yeah, that we don't ever use.